आपने जो पेन रखा है, I am completely bold.
सिर्फ आपके लिए पहना है।
वैसे ये नाम आपका क्या?
मूमल।
मूमल मतलब?
मूमल एक जैसलमेर की राजकुमारी थी। उसकी प्रिटी आईज, ब्यूटीफुल लिप्स एंड लंबे बाल। तो शायद मम्मी पापा को लगा कि ये सब फीचर्स मुझ में हैं।
आप बहुत खूबसूरत है मैम।
थैंक यू। Oh God!
आप किसके साथ आई हैं?
सर अपने हस्बैंड के साथ जलने की बदबू आ रही है।
We Love Fortune, दुनिया का नंबर 1 गेम शो सोमवार से शुक्रवार रात 9 बजे सोनी एंटरटेनमेंट टेलीविजन और सोनी लिव पर।
When you first, well, in the early part of your career when you were chasing Roger and Rafa for titles, and now at the back end of your career, you're chasing Yannick and Carlos. Is it?
I'm chasing Yannick and Carlos? In which sense?
In terms of winning Grand Slam titles just right now.
So I'm always the chaser and I'm never being chased.
In the meantime, you won 24 Grand Slams. But I'm saying it's...
Thanks. It's worth saying that sometimes, right?
Sorry, I should have...
Yeah. No worries.
So what I'm saying is it possible to compare the way you felt initially when you were chasing Roger and Rafa with now when Yannick and Carlos have split the last 8 slams?
Well, I find it a little bit disrespectful that you kind of miss out on what happened in between, where the times when I started chasing, as you say, Rafa and Roger, and now that I'm chasing Carlos and Yannick, and there's probably about 15-year period in between where I was dominating the Grand Slams. So I think it's important to put that in prospect and in perspective. I don't feel like I'm chasing, to be honest. You know, Roger and Rafa will always be my greatest rivals. I have tremendous respect for what Yannick and Carlos are doing, and they continue to do, and they will do for the next 10 to 15, 20 years. God knows how many years they're going to play. They're so young. And this is a kind of a natural cycle in sports. You know, you're going to have another 2 superstars that are going to maybe have another third guy, you know, that I'm going to cheer for because I've always been the third guy at the beginning. But it's good for our sport, you know. I think these kind of rivalries and the contrast of the personalities and the styles of play are very good for tennis. And how's that affecting me? As I said, I don't feel like I'm chasing. I'm creating my own history, and I think, you know, I've been very clear when I say that my intention is always to, in terms of achievements and objectives and results, I want to get to the championship match in every tournament, particularly slams, and those slams are, you know, one of the biggest reasons why I keep on competing and playing tennis. So yeah, I mean that's all I can say. I mean, are they better right now than me and mostly and all other guys? Yes, they are. I mean, the quality and the level is amazing. It's great. It's phenomenal. But does that mean that I walk out with the white flag? No. I mean, I'm going to fight till the last shot, till the last point, and do my very best to challenge them.
Hello everyone, welcome to this very special segment brought to you by Tourism Australia. I'm joined by an extra special guest though. She loves her sport, an actor, loves to travel as well. So I'm so lucky to be joined by Sammy Kerr.
Thank you,
Sammy,
Grace.
how are you doing?
Very, very well. It's so good to see you.
Oh, thank you. Talking about the Australian Open, you've actually been before. It's such an awesome time of the year. I feel like Melbourne really lights up. Everyone's out and about. There's great activations. And I mean, I'm biased, but I love that time of year in Melbourne. But what about you? What was your experience like at the Australian Open?
So I've been a crazy, crazy fan of Roger Federer. So if I look back on life and say there's one regret I have is not watching him at the Australian Open. I wish I could go back in time and say I want to watch Federer play. But I went there 2 years ago, and you spoke about the atmosphere. It's buzzing. It's always packed. There's so much that happens outside the ground as well. And I was really lucky because a friend of mine, Rohan Bopanna, he played. I watched him from the first round up until the last round when he won the Australian Open, right?
That?
So it doesn't get more special.
But I want to talk about your Instagram post recently. You shared some Queensland trip highlights. Now, I'm a Queensland girl, Brizzy girl in fact, but how beautiful is the Sunshine State?
You know, Grace, I wouldn't say I've left a piece of my heart. I think half my heart has been left back. And I'm not saying this because
That
you're
makes
from...
me so happy.
Well, I'm not saying this because you're from Queensland, but for someone who loves adventure, for someone who loves the ocean, so it was always a tick mark for me to go to the Great Barrier Reef and dive there. And people say that, you know, some things in life are hyped up, but this hype is very, very real. The water, I've never seen anything so crystal clear.
You can literally be in the water, swimming around. The coral is just that vibrant colour.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's something that, you know, you would see on a screen, but it's actually right in front of you. You know what I mean? It's just so special.
So I feel there's just so much to do in Queensland where I feel I need to go back because 12 and 14 days wasn't enough.